How long does a typical home restoration project take?
A typical home restoration project, again, that just depends on the type of project it is. In a typical water loss, your typical time is anywhere from the time we arrive to the time we are packing up equipment, anywhere from about 4 to 7 days. If it was a fire mitigation project, that one obviously is going to take a little longer just because it's a lot more intrusive and there's a lot more items to clean, to remove, to seal in, and to take care of. So if I were to guess a typical fire mitigation project just for the cleanup, you're looking at probably a month for the cleanup and then a few more months for the rebuild.
How can I prevent the need for future home restoration?
To prevent the need for future home restoration services, I would look at your supply lines. If you have a refrigerator with an ice maker, there are alarms now that you can put on that supply line that will notify your phone or your device that there may be a leak happening. Same thing with your dishwasher, same thing with your clothes washer. That can be really helpful. But probably just to walk the home every few days just to make sure everything is in place. There's nothing out of sorts. And then one other thing I would recommend is if you are leaving town, I would either shut off your water or I would be sure to have someone come in to check once or twice while you're gone to be sure that things look good.
What safety measures do restoration companies take while working?
Safety measures that restoration companies take while we're working. If it's a situation where it's a house that's pre 1978, the safety measures are that we have to have a company come in to test paint materials, to test drywall materials, to test joint compound materials. Sometimes the glues in the flooring contain asbestos. So the first thing is to make sure that if we're demoing some of those products, we want to make sure that those are safe because those particulates get in the air and they're very harmful to people. Another measure is we will come in and set containments. Sometimes within that containment, we'll set an AFD or an air filtration device, which will scrub the air of any harmful particulates. It's a HEPA filter. So a lot of those particulates will be scrubbed by that air scrubber to keep the area safe for you. However, if it's an area that does have a lot of hazardous material, sometimes the homeowner may have to use something called ALE, which is like a hotel, an Airbnb, or something else to live in while the home is being cleaned.